Wow. Hey. Let me just turn the other one back on. I brought lights. Let me just make this look better. Nah, I'm switching back to black and white. Hello again. So, we're polishing off week 2 of lockdown in Canberra. Been making the most of it. We did some gardening yesterday. Pruned our lemon tree. It's ready for another cracking season. Also, Julie and I finished our Tarantino marathon. Turns out, Pulp Fiction is still my favourite of his films. Next, we're starting a Wes Anderson marathon. So this afternoon, we're going to kick it off with Bottle Rocket. I'll be curious to see which one of his films I enjoy the most. It's interesting when you watch a director's catalogue chronologically. Marathons have their pros and cons. As a viewer, you do get a little fatigue. It can almost be unfair to the film. Unless you're watching a continuous story over more than one film, they were never intended to be watched one after the other in a few days. It almost sort of warrants a caveat to that viewing. Anyway, I'm a big fan, so I can't wait to tackle them. In my opinion, I'd say The Life Aquatic is the most underrated. I'm not sure why that film wasn't well received. Makes me laugh, but hey, I don't really pay that much attention to Rotten Tomato scores. Tomato. Moving on. This morning, Julie and I did Battle Flow. What's Battle Flow? It's a workout that has evolved over time to what it is now. About 5-6 years ago, Julie and I got into a lot of kettlebell flow routines. They're, you'd have to say, advanced kettlebell workouts that string together multiple exercises for a single rep. For example, you might do a high pull into a clean, then a snatch, then drop into a burpee for 1 rep. Amazing workouts. However, after doing that for over a year, I decided to go back to basics with kettlebells. The old Pavel way. Heavier loads for lower reps. While that seriously improved my strength, I wanted to add in some more dynamic movement. Hence, Battle Flow. It consists of 2 different rounds of 5 exercises. The 5 exercises are completed for 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So Julie and I alternate. While someone is working on those 5 exercises, the other is resting. The sequence is automatically generated by Skynet, with parameters set by myself. It breaks down like this. It starts with a level change or a burpee style exercise, then moves directly into a vertical push. Next, we flail some battle ropes, followed by a straight up kettlebell exercise, rounded off by a echo bike sprint. So our heart rates max out each round. It can get pretty tough. Important part is to plan out your rep count. You pick a number that's completable for that 20 seconds and then execute. We never try and complete as many reps as we can. I find that adds a layer of desperation to the proceedings. I don't want my mind concentrating on anything much more than perfect form. Hence, no injuries. So we did that this morning, and it wasn't a bad way to earn our lunch. All right, so last episode I touched on something important. The acceptance of life being impermanent, incomplete, and imperfect. No better time to reflect on that than in lockdown. Hey, it's a shit-ass time for the entire world. And it's hard to examine it in real time for what it is. Even in the hardest times, it feels like there's no end. But in reality, nothing is permanent. Overreaching, I know. I just want everyone to stay safe. So go do what you do, because I'm going to do what I do. And as always, for Julie.